Okay, I'm going to try to finish this up on video. I was looking at it just now and I noticed I don't like this area right in here. So what I think I might do, or I think I will do, is run one or two more flakes into that area. And since the tip is off center that way, I'll take back this edge to recenter that tip. Yeah. Okay. That's the plan. It's raw chert, so it's pretty tough. I was just knapping some chert a little earlier, so hopefully the learning curve won't be that bad. After weeks of Obsidian, weeks, days, and months on Obsidian, it's sometimes difficult to get back into doing raw chert, but this doesn't look too bad. It's got some crunchiness right here. I don't know if I could have avoided that. I might have been able to, but it's still okay. No big deal. Yeah, it's very thin. That's the only problem. Try to take it slow. Yeah, I got my sander unburied. It was buried behind a bunch of boxes. Remember? A bunch of boxes around me. Now I'm going to dress up that end. And let's see. My other flaker is messed up. Yeah, it's got some. My other flaker has some embedded rock and stuff. I don't like to use that indoors, but it is a lot quicker as long as I don't heat up the copper very much. Yeah, as long as I don't spend a lot of time grinding it. Just a quick dressing doesn't hurt. Yeah, this one's still got some pits in it though. So, let's see, which one should I use? Let's try the bigger one. I forgot which one I was using mostly the last time. So I'm just going to take back the edge a little bit first. See, get a feel for the material. Yeah. It's one of those, if I hold back, it's going to step fracture. I need to nap with my foot fully on the gas. Yeah, let's switch over to the smaller one. I think I'm losing some energy with the larger flaker. What are these? I use these to hold the door open to the shop because it was getting dusty in here earlier. as always. But the weather's good, so I like to keep the door open whenever possible. Mm-hmm. 50s and 60s during the day here now. Ah, nice. Yeah. Just can't get too cocky and think that it's going to work every time. Yeah. I can thin down more on the blade if I wanted to. Some here and then some up there. Yes. Yeah. Why not? I'll just do it. Feels like good material, but yeah, it's already stepped it right there. Yeah. I gotta have my foot fully on the gas. Here goes. Yeah, it's kind of lumpy right there. It looks relatively easy to unlumpify it right there, so let's give it a shot. Yeah. Just like that. I'm gonna re-chip that side anyway. So even if it wasn't a good shot, I still have a chance to thin it when I re-chip it. See, I'm gonna do a line of sharpening flakes here and a line of sharpening flakes there. And then it'll be done. Yeah, it's so crunchy. To uncrunchify it, I need to shoot in a really, really heavy flake. Heavy duty flake. But that surface is already very, very good. I mean, it's not all wonky. It's nice and smooth, except for that one little area right there. It's time for one of those voila flakes. Yeah, like that, except on the other side. Why is this curved? Because I bent it earlier. Yeah. Like a dum-dum. Not supposed to, but it's working out as a little step remover. Not all is lost. Let's see, I need to sharpen this tip anyway, so let me take down the sides a little bit. See if I can get more of this thickness removed from the tip. Yes or no? Maybe I'll just leave it. Yeah, I'll leave it. I don't want to, but I should just leave it. See, video points, they need to meet certain criteria. In my brain, I said, It gotta be a certain way. So it's hard to decide, should I leave it or no? Yes or no? Are they going to be all disappointed and disjointed if I leave it? Or can I just skip it? Leave it the way it is. It's not good for the viewers to be disappointed and disjointed. Right? Right. Where's my worn out one? I need to start a collection of my worn out files. I usually just chuck them in the garbage. Yeah, that one's worn out. See that little spot right there? No, yeah, that right there. Everything else seems to be okay, but that spot. I need to save it so I can turn it back in. Yes, yes. Good, good. Awesome, awesome. Awesome, brossom. Okay. This might not work. The thing I don't like is when I know I need to do some edge repair to get the best results, or try to get the best results on a flake. But once I start doing edge repair, it's never good enough. Could always be a little bit more perfect. Just a little bit more perfect on the edge. And you go, is that good enough? Oh, just a little bit more perfect. How about now? Yeah, just I could do this one little bit right there. How about now? No, still, there's still a possibility of it not working. How about now? I suppose it could still be better. Start getting into that mode where that could be better, could be better, could be better, and then I remove too much. But in this case, I've got a lot to remove anyway to make it symmetrical. I got to take off about 1/8 of an inch on this side. I haven't done it yet because I can probably use that edge, the extra amount of edge, to run flakes in to make this tip a lot thinner up here. Yeah. So I'll wait. So from here all the way up, I'm going to thin it. Yes, yes. So let's do more of the edge preparation for the thinning, shall we? Now that we're into doing a little bit of a perfection mode, we're in the trying to do it perfect mode right now. Come on. Yes? No? Could be a little bit more perfect than that. To already do some symmetry. How do I know it's not symmetrical? I can see it's off a little bit. Just by eyeballing it. That's all. I'm just eyeballing it. Yeah. Yeah, I can be more perfect and draw a straight line through there and see, do a little perpendicular thing like this, and then from, a little horizontal thing like this, and then a perpendicular to that. And you can tell it's going to be a little bit, the tip is a little bit off. Yeah, just a little bit. See that? I'm going to take about a 1/16 of an inch off the edge. But I'm going to use that 1/16 of an inch to dry flakes. Oh, yes. No sense wasting it by trimming it right now. No, not like that. Yeah, like that. And then just make it thinner. Yeah. Hold on. I know this is the other edge, but hold on. Okay, and then we can do this edge. All right? All right. Yeah? No, hold on. It's not perfect enough. Hold on a second. I need some of that edge to run flakes on this side too, because this side's not perfect enough. Now it's getting bad. Stepping. Dang it. I just wanted to take off a little bit. Yeah, like that. Come on. There it goes. Yeah, like that. I'll thin it. I'll thin the rest of it with pressure. Right? Right. Good. Good. Looks like I'm tired again tonight. I was tired last night, and I'm also tired tonight. But that's what I do on my Saturdays and Sundays. I wait to do the hard stuff till the last minute. Yeah, get the easy stuff out of the way first, and cram all the hard stuff at the end. Yeah. It's the way I roll. I've been rolling like that for years. Jeers and jeers. Where'd that flake go? Nobody know. Now do I switch over to a thicker end on this? That would be smart. Unusual for me, I know. Yeah, I hit it like I'm gonna break it, and it will probably work if it doesn't break. Now, that's a big if. But to get it thin, you gotta go for the gusto. Yes, you do. Foot fully on the gas. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. See. Ha! Did it do it? Haha. Yes? I think so. I think I don't need to try anymore. If I don't need to try it anymore, I'll be in good shape. Was that good because I made it perfect? Could be. You never know. Sometimes I can just wing it and get it done. So I never know if it's because I made it perfect or because I got lucky with it. Usually I don't do 3 in a row without step fracturing, but that one was good. Yeah. Of course, I took my caffeine before I came out just now. Caffeine for me is like medicine. Yeah. I'm going to do one more in there. Should I? I don't know, second guessing myself. It's not perfect enough to try it right now anyway. If it doesn't get perfect enough, I won't do it. Yeah, I'm on that perfect enough kick right now. I try to get in that mindset when I'm finishing up stuff. You can't just wing it. You can't just wing it. But I want to wing it. No, you can't just wing it. But I always wing it. But don't do it. That one hurt. Did it? I think it did it. Why did it hurt? Because it didn't feel like it went far enough. But it did. Yes, it did. That's okay. Little bit of fingernail step fracturings. There it goes. Okay, I think that's the best that I can hope for. Yeah. And I'm just going to sharpen it now. And sharpening this edge will center it. Even if it doesn't become perfectly centered. Let's see. See, from tip to the base, you can tell it's a little bit off center. If I correct it just a little bit, it'll look more symmetrical. And it'll give me a chance to run some more flakes up here to get it less lumpy, to make it less lumpy, perhaps. Yeah. All right, so the rest of this is just going to be pressure flaking to get it less lumpy. That's pretty thin. And yeah, once it gets thin, it gets translucent and looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay. I just had to study it for a second there to make sure I'm going to be napping in the right spot for the symmetry. All right. Come on. What's going on here? Yeah, that's the right spot. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to be trimming back this edge. I just sent in some nice flakes. But when I do those powerful flakes, it makes dents, so to speak, on the edge, so that I have to fix. Sometimes it'll take a bite out of the edge, all that kind of stuff. That's why it's good to have a little bit of extra width. That's why anti-width mistakes will come back to bite you later on. Anything that decreases width by mistake is not good. Because it limits your options. It might not interfere with the napping, right? Because maybe you won't need to fix anything. Maybe you won't need to do any damage control. But just as a general rule, you're going to need a little bit of thickness to do the damage control. Or you're going to need a little bit of width also. So the thickness and the width both are important until the very final stages when you get rid of the extra thickness using the extra width. And hopefully when you do it right, it makes it smoother. You have one final chance to make the surface smoother. When you finally work down the edge to the final dimensions. Yeah. So I'm going to do this with percussion. Now that I've got a good percussion stick with a nice constricted point on it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, little bitty flakes. Yikes. I don't like it when it doesn't do anything. So far, so good. Yeah. Why don't I just do everything with indirect percussion? Because people tell me, once I start doing that, they tell me, why don't you do anything with pressure, please? Can you do it with pressure? Okay, fine. And I do it with pressure. And I go back to indirect percussion, and I go, is that all you do is indirect percussion? That's it? No, I just did a whole bunch of pressure flaking on some of my other videos. Yeah, but I don't watch the other ones. I only watch the new ones. Like the one you made yesterday. Yeah. They don't go back into the history of what I've done before. And I can understand that because I don't, it doesn't say too much in the titles of my videos. I don't really explain what's in my videos in the title because it doesn't fit. And I tried to do that before and there's just too much to include. Because I'm going to use some pressure flaking on this too. So if I were to explain in the title, I would say indirect percussion and pressure flaking and thinning and perfect edge, so-called, and blah, blah, blah. Too much to put in the title. Now, which side am I going to do? I'm going to do a final pass on this side. This one I don't really need to. Besides, I don't want to mess up the flaking. I'll just do a little bit of a picking on the edge here, but I need to do some good pressure unless I want to do percussion on this side. You know what? It's a good idea. Let's just do percussion on that side. I'm glad you told me. I'm glad you recommended it. Let's see how it works out. That way I don't have to spend my time pressure flaking on this video. Save my pressure flaking to finish up the other stuff for the auction. Because I do stuff on camera for the auction and stuff off camera for the auction. Yeah. Okay, what are we doing here? Thinning. The final thinning. And I'll do the final tip shape. It's going to be kind of a needle tip. I'll do that with pressure. It's okay. A little bit of a step fracture. It's okay. Okay, I was afraid that was going to step fracture. But it didn't. Yeah, okay. I actually lost my other pad. I think it went into the garbage. Yep. I don't need it, but I was looking for it today. I don't see it anywhere. So now I got to use the super high quality Mike Tufts pad. Dang it. Woe is me. Yep. Uh-oh. You gotta be careful not to abrade too much near the ends of the barbs, because that will cause the end of the barb to snap off when I'm trying to sharpen it. Yeah, I got a couple more flakes I can run into the middle on this side. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it. Is it gonna work? I don't know. That little tip probably isn't strong enough to do this one flake that I'm planning on right there. So I switch over. Yes, yes. Good, good. All right. Okay. Yeah. I can live with that. So it's a little bit lumpy. Just a tiny little bit. Is the edge perfect enough right now? Yeah, I bent it back into proper shape. There it goes. I got to replace that nail anyway. That tip's getting really weak from bending back and forth a lot. I don't know if I should even attempt to do any more thinning on that. I probably should not. I think that was good enough. See, I didn't like that ridge right here. I think that's good enough. If I try anything else, it might step fracture right in there. Yeah. If I do pressure flaking, I don't think it'll step fracture. Let's do the pressure flaking. I can control the pressure flaking a little bit better than the percussion flaking, so let's see. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Good. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I still need to sharpen everything and then do the tip. No, not like that. I'm just napping off the thick spots. And also looking at the edge symmetry. It's going to be a little jagged, but it's okay. It's already crushing because it's too thin already. Here we go. It's starting to rain outside. Okay, now the other side. Well, let's see. Do we have fat spots on the other side? Yeah, the other side. I'm going to do the other edge here in a minute, but this edge, I need to make sure there's no dull spots and fat spots. And make sure I don't crush the edge like I just did. Oh, okay, so then do this side. Still doesn't look symmetrical, or does it? It's okay. So it's kind of random. I just pick off what looks like it's dull. Of course, it's been abraded, so it's easy to see the dull spots. Gotta make sure I don't push on this too hard because I could snap it. The pad needs to be just a little more domed. And I could sand it right now if I want it to be perfect, but I think it's good enough. And I could sand the pad into more of a domed shape. Yeah, that worked out okay. Flip it over, see if there's any dull spots and fat spots on the other side of the edge. Yeah, right there. It's so dull I can't even get a flake. It was abraded really good in that spot. Too good. Yeah. I'll get little step fractures now and then because the edge is just a little bit too delicate. It looked like a fat spot, but it wasn't. Some might ask, how can you tell? I can't see. Well, it's hard for me to tell also. If you want to take a shortcut, you just press downward all down the edge like Lava Blades does without looking at the surface. I thought you didn't criticize particular people and channels. I can do it with Lava Blades because it's not going to hurt his channel at all. No, not with that much millions of views. That's my excuse. I shouldn't be talking about individual nappers. Nope. Okay, so now I'm going to do the tip. So start with downward pressure to shape it. All right, to get a good tip on it, and then I'll run some flakes in the other direction. Or I can leave it like that. But I'm not going to leave it like that. Let's run some flakes in the other direction. Okay. Yeah, this is the hard part. I'm guessing on how much inward pressure I need. Let's see. Ah, that was good. Yeah. Make sure there's no dull spots. Oh well, so much for making sure there's no dull spots. If you hear that crunching sound, it means it's making it more dull. Yeah. Okay, so that's good enough. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it too much. So Montell, yeah, with sharp edges. That one, it didn't look sharp right there. All right, let's take the glove off and see. Let's see. Yeah. It's a little bit jaggedy, but it's okay. I could pick on it a little bit more. I still feel a little bit of, well, no. One of these spots felt a little bit dull, but it's okay. It doesn't feel dull. Well, maybe right there. Let's see. It's never going to be perfect, but I don't want to feel any dull spots. Yeah. It's all jaggedy. So it's still good. If I run too many flakes, it'll be too flakery. I like to see some of the boldness of the flakes and some of the nice persnickety flakes too. But only on one side mainly, right? Although I did some persnickety stuff on that side. I try to limit the persnickety small flakes to one side only. So the other side retains some of the boldness, that kind of thing. And this one is translucent, although I keep forgetting to bring my flashlight. I keep forgetting to bring my flashlight into the shop. Let's see if I have an emergency flashlight. Sometimes I have a pocket flashlight. Yeah, it is in here somewhere. But all right, I think that's it. See, with a flashlight, I could backlight it, But I'll show it in the auction backlit. How's that? All right. Good. That didn't take me too long. All right, there you go. That's it.